We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. On second down, Elliott. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Cooper was the target there. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully, mentally into this one.
Brings up second and 10 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. To throw is gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. That one a first down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Defensively, Ogbanya Okoronkwo made the stop.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Watch the pass.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Hauschko with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's our time. It's our time.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still to set the edge.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Now!
To throw again, Gordon. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Check curls, check curls. Shift. 80 weapons. Hey, Charlie. Spin.
From the gun, Gordon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Austin. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Throwing on 1st down. Gordon. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this 1st quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
They're not ready for this, man. Leo. They still playing soft. Five. Sponge. No.
Throwing again. Gordon. That'll be caught by Cup. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first complete.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
That's the end of the 1st quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
14.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. 30, the 20. 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, stand up.
Operating from the gun, Gordon. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get it to Woods, and that takes us from second to third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. On first down, Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now Elliott. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
X3, 218, chop. 2.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Ready? 18, Gator. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go, 1-1. Let's go.
On 1st down, Gordon. It's caught inside the 25.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Ready, ready.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go. Check, 54. Ready, ready.
From the gun, Gordon. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, check.
Back to throw. Gordon. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, Delta.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. Cooper was the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Gordon. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Alpha. Lucky. Check 99. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. All day, dog. 54 out. Big trip.
Operating for. Going up top for Cup. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mine's 50. 6-6, pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Gordon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line. 6 yards. 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 6
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike 54. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hurry. Right there. 54. Right there. 54. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Gordon. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Charlie. Mike 5.
To throw again, Gordon. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check. Hey, Mike 7. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing on 1st down, Gordon. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at...
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Gordon. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Come on, fellas.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If they needed a break, they needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Here's Gurley. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. Throwing on third and long. Gordon. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And almost intercepted. That would have been his third pick in this game alone. Instead, fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your... Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Gordon. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Go now.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, box drop. Hey. Max 50. You get one. Yo. Ready?
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Back now in Arlington, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, 47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back to throw. Gordon. And now here's another interception. Picked by Kevon Seymour. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. That one complete. Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 16-yard line.
Here we go, 47.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this, saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gurley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
On the tackle. A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd and long. Gordon flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Taken in at the 11. Dancing away at the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 15.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now Prescott eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Take it at the 37. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Ready, break. Hey, Zoo. Look at me. Go. He's checking. Deep grip.
On 1st down, Gordon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
That's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep.